Hi there, here's Mykola Latansky again, genealist and creator of Genealism Teaching. And in today's video, I'm greeting you from Gibraltar. And this is the 80th country I have visited so far. And today is my 50th birthday. What a nice place to celebrate. But 4 years ago this day, I got very depressed. I thought my life was at the end because I had so many plans, so many goals, and I felt I'm getting out of the schedule, falling behind the schedule. I couldn't sleep that night 4 years ago. I woke up in the morning and I took my phone and I started to list the goals I needed to make sure I have achieved by the year, by 50. I was so much depressed that even my wife didn't know about this depression for days or even maybe weeks. I was afraid to share this depression with my audiences, but then I realized I actually needed to tell people what I was going through. I didn't have that kind of depression in my life so far, but I learned that sooner or later every one of us will approach the milestone in our life when we ask ourselves, am I doing well? Am I living my life fully, or am I a loser and my life is ending soon? Not in physical terms. People don't usually die at the age of 50, but mentally, psychologically, emotionally, we all may die actually at the age of 30 or at the age of 40. And I realized why this depression might happen only if we do not have our schedule tough enough to achieve big, ambitious and hairy goals. This is what I advise now all my clients. Regardless of your age, you are 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old, or even 70 or 80 or even 90 years old, you may think that your life is over mentally or psychologically, but you don't know how long you will be still living. Maybe 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, maybe even 50 years still ahead of you. And what can be more depressing than live without knowing why? I want to advise you to make this exercise, regardless of your past experience, regardless of your successes and failures. Take a one day off, maybe a weekend off. Sit and write down for the next time frame, maybe for the next 2, 3, 5, or even 10 years from now, what are these goals? If you achieve them in that particular time frame, you will be so much fulfilled from inside that you will never care how old you are because your schedule is tough enough. This here I need to make to warn you. Many people, or actually most people, never plan their future. Most people never set goals. But the people who are setting the goals often don't really realize that setting goals and achieving them are two different processes. One is the mental process, sit down, write down. And another one is actually the process of actions, daily actions. And only people who have big, ambitious, hairy goals in front of them and who do at least small steps, but every day toward the goals, they are never depressed. Even if they are already over 90 years old, they have so much ahead of them. They don't bother thinking, are they dying next year? Are they dying in 10 years? Or maybe are they dying in 50 years later? I don't know why people don't do this. I don't know why people don't share this. I was the case. I was afraid to share my depression with other people. But the moment I started to accept that I have this challenge, that I am not happy with myself, I got at ease. I realized that life is still going on. I still have time. And you know what? Last night, here in Gibraltar, I planned my next decade until I will be 60. And I now understand I will be so much busy these 10 years because my goals are just crazy. And you know what? Today I sent an email to my list and I put a message in all my social networks, and I did what I never did before. I have listed these goals And I know many people would say, they think I am crazy, but I better declare my goals in front of thousands and thousands of people and go to them. Then I will be hiding with my goals, never achieving them. And then again, 5 years later or 10 years later, when I'm turning 60, I will be depressed. People have a remedy. They start to drink, they start to drink alcohol, consume drugs, or have sex. But what can be better than a life full of meaning? And meaning can only be set by ourselves. Nobody from the outside can tell what the right life for us is. Only we have to take this time off and think about the future that we want to create, and then take the actions that are required. If it was useful for you, you know what to do. Give me a like, share this video with people who may be getting through depression now, or approaching the next milestone in their life where they probably will be experiencing very unpleasant feeling. And this feeling is actually terrible. It's just terrible. I'm greeting you from Gibraltar, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.